Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to today's day in my life. So the last few weeks have been wild. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a super easy and delicious dinner idea. I'm also bringing you along for exciting things that have been happening around the homestead. I'll be sharing different snacks and moments and just things that I've been up to. Also, we got chickens. Yes, you heard me correct. We finally got chickens again. So I'm very excited about that. If you haven't checked out my Patreon, I'm going to go ahead and link that down below. And if you don't know what my Patreon is where I actually upload exclusive content. Now, the videos that I put over there are chatty and definitely more controversial. I guess you could use that word. I tend to share my heart more over there. So if you want to check that out, like I said, I will have it linked down below. And with all of that being said, let's hop right in. So like I mentioned, a lot has been happening around here lately, and Dan's parents actually recently visited town. They really wanted to come and not only hang with us, but finally see our town and our neighborhood in all of its autumn glory. We had told them and shown them pictures about how beautiful our community looked in the fall, and they really wanted to come experience that for themselves. So I was really excited that they made it up here just in time before all of the leaves fell. And it really is beautiful, as you can see. I've never quite seen anything like this. Nashville is so beautiful in the fall, and that was actually the first time that I had ever really experienced autumnal weather. Speaking of autumnal weather, these trees line a street where I love to bike ride, and my sisters actually visited town as well the following week. It's a whole long story. My mom actually broke her wrist, so they came to town to help out with her while she was healing. But we took a bike ride on this afternoon, and I'm so glad that I brought my phone to film this because it was so beautiful. These are my sisters, by the way, Shane and Michelle. And literally like 2 days later, all of these leaves, these beautiful golden leaves, got blown away by a storm. There really is this thing up here in North Idaho where everybody just tries to soak in the weather while they have it, because everything could dramatically change like the next day. So we had a blast as a family, minus my mom, of course, who was resting. But as a family, we had a blast just biking around our little community and the mountain that we live next to. These, by the way, are like the exact memories, I guess you could say, or things that I would dream of when I lived in California and I wanted to move somewhere with more seasons and more nature. This is what I would dream of, is bike riding with my family. So I didn't really expect to have so many animals near my house when we moved, but we love the donkeys that live here. And the first one that came up, Spotty, is definitely the most outgoing of the bunch, but we love stopping by and saying hi to them when we're making the rounds on our bikes around the mountain. Okay, so on this day, we were super excited because our Good Ranchers order actually arrived. Now, I have a little bit of a hard time still sourcing good quality meat. I really like buying local when possible, but it's something that I'm still trying to figure out. And so when I first heard about them, I was very excited about the prospect of having meat and seafood delivered to your door that's like actually high quality, wild or pasture raised, grass fed, all of that kind of stuff, clean ingredients. I had first heard about them on a few different podcasters that I watched. And then I actually saw an interview with the owners of Good Ranchers and Allie Beth Stuckey, and I wanted to try their stuff even more after that interview because I loved hearing from the owners what their values are. And so, as you can see, we got a lot of meat and seafood on this day. But the salmon that they sent us was seriously, I'm not kidding, the best salmon I've ever had. So I'm still relatively new to like the meat and the seafood world, especially like making it on my own. But apparently marinades are like where it's at. So I started off by putting some olive oil, garlic, some coconut aminos, a little bit of brown sugar, some lemon zest, some lemon juice. Then I chopped up some fresh cilantro that I had on hand. The recipe actually called for parsley, but I felt like it was just fine to switch it out. And then I threw some salt in the bowl, mixed it all up, and then I coated and like tossed and massaged my salmon in this. Once again, I cannot explain to you enough, like I've never felt salmon like this. It was so fresh. It actually smelled delicious, even raw, and it just felt great in my hands, which I know sounds weird, but once I massaged it, I put it in a pan, and then I put some more of the marinade on the top. And then this is where it's like crazy how easy it is. Now, my friend actually told me to make my salmon like this, and I'm so glad she did because I'm never going back. It's so easy. Basically, I turned my oven on broil all the way to the high one, like broil level high, and then I put my salmon in a pan on the very bottom of my oven, and you literally let it cook for anywhere from like 7 to 15 minutes depending on how you want it. We did it for 7 minutes, and then while that was cooking, which I know sounds crazy easy because it is, I prepared my asparagus and I threw it on a pan to cook up. Now, as you can see, it's looking delicious. And then once my asparagus had a chance to really cook, I actually had some leftover balsamic glaze that I had made. So I tossed that with the asparagus as well. I took my salmon out of the oven, which once again, let me say this, it is as good as it looks, and it's as simple as it sounds. I had to ask my friend like 4 times, like, really, that's all you do? You just turn the broiler on high and put the salmon at the bottom of the oven? And she's like, yep. So if you're feeling a little bit not super confident, go ahead and Google this. There's lots of people talking about it, but it's so easy, and I literally felt like a chef with this meal. It was so delicious. So I'm just gonna say I highly recommend Good Ranchers. My experience with them so far has been amazing, and it's been fun eating through the boxes and trying out the different meats. All right, now as you can see, the weather actually changed really quickly around here, and we all of a sudden got a huge dump of snow and everything turned into a snow globe, which is a little scary because we are still in fall, but it's fine. So on this day, Dan was outside working on our chicken coop. I realize I've only shown you guys like, I think 1 sneak peek of the fact that we even got a chicken coop, but Dan bought this chicken coop off Facebook Marketplace, and he has been working on customizing it since he got it, because unlike in Nashville, this time he wanted the chicken's future home to be prepared like before we even got chickens. So he has been looking for a chicken coop for a while. He got this one set up, and it was so fun to watch him put it together and to like pump Logan up about the fact that the chickens are coming. Can I just say that Logan loves watching Dan build things? I look forward to the day when Logan has enough like hand-eye coordination and dexterity, if that's the word, to be able to do projects with Dan. Okay, so I'm definitely going to be making this in a video at some point, but just for any of you that don't want to wait, I've been making this granola lately. I will link the recipe down below. It is so good. Me and Dan and Logan are all obsessed with it. So it's a maple date granola, and it's everything. All right, so like I mentioned, it already dumped snow, and you guys know that I'm a big fan of something called grounding, which basically just means getting your feet to the earth, but the ground is covered in snow. And so recently I went to a wellness retreat that my friend Ashley from Simple Holistic hosted, and she actually has a course called Bare Naked Hormones. Anyways, at the retreat, she talked about something that she does because she's actually from Alaska, and that is in the winter, she fills up a bucket of hot water and she pours it on the ground over the snow so that she can still step on the grass and ground her body. And I've been doing that lately, and I can't recommend it enough. It's game changing, and it's totally gonna help me get through the winter. We have chicks! So I'm popping on here. We got Logie right next to me. He came over here because I've got one of the baby chicks out that is not named. So we're slowly in the process.
But we named it.
We named a few of them, but we haven't named this one yet because I can't tell the difference yet. You know, it's okay, it's okay. So we've, and speaking of birds, there's some turkeys right outside of our window. You see the turkeys?
Yeah.
So
those are big turkeys.
Those are big turkeys, and these are tiny little chicks. So we have not named all of our chickens yet.
That's a little baby chicken. Those are big little birds.
Those are big birds. So of all of the chickens that we got, we can tell the difference between a few of them, and we've named those ones. So like Stormy, Snow White, Cinnamon, those are the ones that have names. I think she wants to go back with her friends. I'm gonna go put her back. Look at the spots on her face. Can we just talk about that?
I don't want to put her back.
I know, but I think she wants to be with her sisters. So I put the spotted chick back, and now I have little Snow White. Oh yeah. So we ordered them through the hatchery and through Tractor Supply. They're all doing really well. They all seem really healthy, and we're so excited. It's really cool too because I haven't really shown you guys this in the videos, but Dan has actually been working on a chicken coop in our backyard. He purchased a chicken coop off of Facebook Marketplace that's like pretty big, and then he actually built onto it and made it even bigger. So now the chicks have like a protected place right next to the chicken coop to roam, where they'll be protected from any predators. So the chickens will still get to roam in the backyard every day. Like, we will let them out and we will let them free range, I guess you would say. But they're also going to have like a set aside, like I said, protected place to be able to roam right next to their chicken coop, but be protected from predators. So we're so excited at the thought of having our own eggs again, and chickens are just really fun to have. Like, you guys know, we loved our girls in Nashville, and they were adopted by friends of ours when we moved, and so it was sad, but we loved the family that we ended up adopting them out to. And we're just excited to have chickens back in our life again for so many reasons. He has been losing it. Like, we knew it. We're like, the day that we get these chickens, Logie is gonna like lose it with excitement. And sure enough, he lost it with excitement. And it's been so fun. We've had them here for 5 days, and they've already grown like quite a bit. Like, it is wild to me how fast chickens grow, and their energy changes very fast. They get very just like I noticed they get very skitty or skitterish, whatever the word would be, like running around really fast, very fast in their development. And we noticed that like when we let them out in the house to walk around, they're already trying to like pick at the ground, and like they'll find crumbs on the ground like they're looking for worms or something. It's really sweet. So yeah, something I didn't clarify is that when you order chicks, you can order them to all be the same breed, but we actually didn't do that. We ordered for it to be like a grab bag, like a mixture of different kinds of breeds, which I was a little bit nervous about because I have heard before that different breeds of chicks will actually like attack each other. And that made me nervous, but we actually found enough people online that said like, no, we have a variety of chickens in our flock and it works out just fine. But we ended up going with the variety of chickens because we had seen different people say things online like, no, it's fine. So even though it's a variety of chicks, on the Tractor Supply website, they actually said that all of the chicks that would be included like in the mixture are like well known for their egg production, which obviously is the reason that we got eggs, for the egg production. So we don't even really know the kinds of breeds that they are. Like, it didn't say on the box when we got them. We didn't get an email saying what we got. So we don't really have any clues. So it's been kind of funny like going online and Googling like, could this chick possibly be this kind of chicken? And we're kind of just guessing. And like I said, we're taking it one day at a time so that we can get to know, like, see the differences between them and that we can name them, because right now only 3 of the 9 chickens have names, and I really want to name all of them. But 9 chickens is a lot. Like, sometimes when I'm staring at them, I'm like, oh dang, like there's a lot of you guys here. So it's gonna be wild to see them grow big, And the chicken coop that Dan put together for them is absolutely beautiful. And so I'm just really excited. And I just wanted to give you guys this update because you know, if you've been following us since Nashville, that getting chickens in Nashville was like a really big deal and something that we really loved. Like, we loved having those chicks. And so this is just another step for us in moving back on our path of like fake homesteading, of making this house feel more and more like a home. And it's just really exciting. If you guys have any tips, any thoughts, any tricks, any suggestions, just any thoughts around chickens in general, please let me know your thoughts down in the comments, even if you just want to say, congrats, Nikki. I'm so excited. So we gotta go now because we actually gotta go pick my mom up from physical therapy. She broke her wrist a few weeks ago and she ended up having to have like a wrist replacement, and now she's in physical therapy. So also, if you guys want to pray for my mom for a speedy recovery, that would be really amazing, because bless her heart, it's been, on a side note, it's been a crazy few weeks, and that's just one of the many crazy things that has unfolded here around our homestead, including getting chickens. Oh yes, oh yes. So, but I gotta go get her now from physical therapy, so I'm gonna run, but I just wanted you guys to see some of the chicks. You wanna see Snow White up close? Oh, very exciting times. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I will have the link to my Patreon down below if you want to come join me for more videos, more talking. I just want to throw this out there too. If you're struggling right now, just keep swimming. I'm praying for you guys, and God willing, I will see you guys back here soon with another new video. All right, bye guys.